everybody, my name is Lori, and this week I'm going to be teaching you how to make a necktie Father's Day cake. This is in collaboration with Andrea over at Pink Cake Princess.
So Andrea's created this awesome cupcake topper. So she's done the Father's Day tie and shirt theme as well, and it's very miniature and cute. So you'll have to go over there after the video and check out her tutorial. Now I've made this template for you guys. So all you have to do is cut out all the different pieces. And for my tie, I've decided to make it blue. So I'm just rolling out some blue fondant and using my template as my guide. So I'm just running my knife along the edges of my template, and that's going to cut out all my shapes. And you can just peel back the excess fondant and make sure your edges are nice and smooth. So I'm going to make the tie blue as well as the top of my tie. For the stripes, I'm going to do black and silver. For the black, I'm rolling out some black fondant and then cutting those into strips. I'm just folding together at the top of my tie, just kind of pushing in the edges to create this crease. For the strips, I'm laying my black fondant over top of my tie, and then I'm going to trim them to size. I'm going to slide my strip away after I've made a line of where it's going to kind of go back to, so that way I can see exactly where my water line needs to go. So that way I'm not smearing water all over my tie. And you want to do that going along the rest of your tie so that you have nice and even strips, as well as the top of your tie. Now for the silver, I'm mixing some silver luster dust with some vodka, and that's so the vodka can evaporate and just leave a nice silver paint. And I'm just using a paintbrush and just very slowly running my paintbrush along the edge of the black strip. And that's going to create these beautiful silver lines. And then you can go back afterwards with a small paintbrush to do any details. To create a crease in my tie, I'm just sliding a paintbrush in and then out of my tie. Now for the top of my tie, I'm using this ball of fondant. I'm wetting it with some water and then just putting the top of my tie around that to make it look folded. For the collar, I'm rolling out some white fondant and then I'm going to cut out my collar shape. And I'm going to loosely fold that in half and then wrap that almost into a horseshoe shape and then just kind of tuck my tie into that. For my pocket, I'm going to use my pocket template, and I'm just going to make this line at the top of my pocket, and then just using a stitching tool, just make some stitch lines going around it. Using some folded paper towel, I'm just going to prop my pocket up, so that way it's kind of propped up on the cake. And now I'm ready to do the rest of my cake. So I'm just going to fill my cake using some buttercream icing, and then I'm ready to put my second layer on top, and then I'm going to crumb coat the whole thing and get it ready to cover it with fondant. I'm going to use white fondant, so I'm just going to roll that out into a rectangle shape until it's really nice and thin. And I've rolled it out onto a mat, and I'm just going to pick my mat up and drop it over my cake and then peel the mat off. Now I'm going to pull the edges of my fondant away from the cake and then tuck it in until it's nice and smooth, just like that. And then I'm going to smooth off the rest of the edges just using a fondant smoother. And then trim it back just using a knife and pull the excess fondant away. Now I've already let my tie and my collar dry overnight on this parchment paper, and then I'm just going to slide the parchment paper out, and that's going to leave my tie and my collar on top. I'm just going to stick it down using some water. And then I've made this cute little name tag that I'm going to write Happy Father's Day on just to add a nice little touch, and just stick that on using some water. If there is anything that you guys would like to see me make in future videos, leave me your ideas in the comment section.
About your guys' dads, but mine can be pretty messy, so I thought it'd be fun to mess this shirt up a little bit. So I've mixed some brown food coloring and water, and I'm just going to do some coffee stains in the tie and the shirt.
So you're just going to kind of dab the water around your cake, just make it look like coffee spilled all over it. And I've just dipped some paper towel in some blue food coloring to make it look like a pen has exploded in his pocket.
There's my Father's Day cake. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you do, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel where I put out new cake decorating videos every Tuesday. And if you're interested in making this cake at home, I will leave a link in my description below where you can find the template for everything. And you should head on over to Andrea's channel at Pink Cake Princess where you can find the cupcake version of this cake. Happy Father's Day, guys. Bye.
Thanks again, guys, so much for watching, and don't forget to check out my channel where I have lots of other cake decorating tutorials, and check out Andrea's channel where you can learn how to make this beautiful cupcake topper.